Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Umineko When They Cry episode 3. So last time, explosive episode, right? It was Rudolph and Kyrie versus 2 of the 6, Leviathan and Belphegor. So it was pretty cool because Rudolph and Kyrie were actually winning. So let's see what happens today. Let us continue.
池作りは魚が跳ねてるうちがいいわ。死んだら面白みも何もない。もう十分よ。殺しちゃえば。
Yeah, Rudolph was or is a little bit in trouble, I guess. But Kyrie, I think, won already. Maybe.
そこまで刻まれてよくぞここまで耐えた。もう十分だ。あとは何も考えなくてよい。痛みなく生を奪い去ってやる。
待ってくれ。頼みがある。
Favor?
最後にあれがやってみて。
あれとは何か。
西部劇名物のあれだよ。背中を向け合ってから3歩歩いてズドンってやつ。
Oh, they want to do a duel. Okay.
決闘か。よかろう。
Rudolph is not gonna play, what do you call this? He's gonna play dirty here. Yeah, for sure.
それにて根性の未練が尽きるならば受けてやる。
Like to win against these kind of enemies, you gotta play dirty. Yeah, you cannot be on. You don't need to have any honor in this battle, or else you're gonna lose. Rudolph moved his wound-covered body and turned his back to her. Belphegor responded and turned her back to his. But let's see. Belphegor had an honest nature that was uncommon in witch's furniture.
言っておく。たとえ私の眉間に銃口を突きつけたとしても、私はお前が引き金を引き、私の頭蓋骨に弾丸が至るよりも早く瞬間移動することができる。
Why is she saying this? You could have won already if you'd done that, but you haven't still defeated him.
ああ、そいつはもう骨身に染みてるぜ。お前は銃弾より早い。
それを知りつつ決闘を挑むお前の度胸に敬意を表し付き合うのだ。感謝せよ。
お前は律儀なやつだな。いい女だ。惚れそうだぜ。
始めるぞ。3歩で良いのだな。まずは1歩。
そして2歩。
3歩だ。
Okay, 3.
これでいいのか。
ああ。そして3歩も歩いてまだ気づかねえなら俺の勝ちだな、お嬢ちゃん。
何？
He played dirty. Rudolph turned around and fired a bullet. However, Belphegor could easily see through that speed and trajectory of a bullet like that. It should have been no problem at all to dodge it. But she got hit. But a spray of blood or fresh blood flew about. Belphegor had set up an adequate magical defensive barrier. But for an incarnation of anti-magic power such as that bullet, it was completely meaningless.
何やってんのよ。何当たっちゃってんの？
The bullet had hit Belphegor right in the chest. The pain from the lead caused her to grimace, as did the pain from the denial of magic.
許せ。俺は卑怯な男だ。
興ざめだわ。魔女の家具ともあろうものが人間に敗れるなんて。
So what happened there? I mean, yeah, he played dirty, but how?
恥を知りなさいよ。
I mean, he's like it said there, Rudolph turned around, so I don't know how he did it.
情けない。みっともない。
Like I thought maybe he would not be looking, or maybe he was just looking at her not his back turned around, right? But maybe he just fired instantly, right? Yeah, there was no like 1, 2, 3 and go. For him, when they said 3 steps, he just fired. Probably, right?
勝手に這いつくばって死んじゃ
やめな兄貴。
Aniki. Still calling her Aniki.
こいつはかわせたんだ。だがかわさなかった。車線上に姉貴がいることに気づいたのさ。
Oh, okay, that's why.
だから律儀なこいつはかわさずに受けて姉貴をかばったんだ。
So that's how it did it.
大手飛車取りに最後に気づいたんだ。
見事。
As Belphegor is, yeah, protecting Eva Beatrice, she didn't want to like move because yeah, the Golden Witch is gonna get hit instead. So that's why she sacrificed herself.
悪く思うね。お前が3歩歩く間にそれに気づけたら、俺は観念するつもりだったんだ。
あの散歩は私への手心だったか。考えようともしなかった。私は怠惰だった。
お前はいい女だったぜ。先に天国で化粧して待ってろ。きっと口説きに行くからね。
Easy. Kyrie and Rudolph. Badass. As Belphegor slowly fell over, she lost even the power that kept her in human form. And she grew small like gold dust melting into thin air. At that point, the Kyrie dashed in. Okay, here we go. It seemed that she had somehow defeated her pursuer by her own hands. As she pointed the barrel of her gun straight at the witch, she ran up to the wound-covered Rudolph.
大丈夫？今誰か口説いてなかった？
Yeah, these two are like, what, Bonnie and Clyde?
ああ、いい女だったぜ。もちろん、お前の次程度にさ。
These are just humans. They got no powers or whatever, no magic, right? And they won.
悪いな、兄貴。
There's such a nice art there.
チェックメイトだぜ。
Checkmate. The two of them pinned the witch down the barrels of their guns.
情けない家具たちね。人間相手に遅れを取るなんて情けない、くだらない、つまらない。
ベアトリーチェ様、ここは引くべきです。銃弾を防ぐ結界も家具もここにはありませんよ。
Look at that face. She's still very confident, I mean. The witch began to let out a muffled laugh. It surprised not only Rudolph and Kyrie, but Ronova as well. Because a situation like this with two guns pointed at her was not one that even a witch could just laugh off. But the witch laughed with pleasure.
そりゃあ、先代様の使い古しの家具じゃ無理で当然ね。私には私にふさわしい新しい家具じゃないとダメよ。私義理で使ったけど、もともとお古は嫌いなの。
As she said that, she looked down at Belphegor's remains, which had already finished turning to a pile of gold dust with disgust.
何の話をしてるかわからねえぜ。おとなしく両手を上げやがれってんだ。
Then the witch obediently raised her hands. But instead of raising her hands because a gun was being pointed at her, it looked more like she was a conductor facing an orchestra, waving her conductor's baton.
さあさあおいでなさい。私にふさわしき家具たち。あんな安っぽい家具じゃなくて、もっともっと強力な残酷
Or are we gonna be getting new ones?
妙な真似はやめて。引き金を引くわ。
In response to the witch's call, the hall was once again buried with the color of gold. As the brilliantly radiant gold butterflies danced, it felt as though they were being sucked into an ocean of gold leaf. Ronove was shocked at the upsurge in magical power. After all, it far surpassed that of his former master. As their eyes were dazzled amidst the golden flash, a gunshot could be heard. Either Rudolph or Kyrie had fired a round. Then when the golden flash subsided, at the very least, the witch was standing there looking cool and composed. The bullet? Kyrie must have fired it into her. But the witch had not been hit anywhere on her body. There it is. The bullet had been fastened in mid-air right in front of the witch's chest.
防弾結界
In an instant, a barrier that would require a significant amount of preparation even for the predecessor had been. Ronove's face was twisted in shock, and the surprises did not end there. The cloud of gold butterflies had created two humanoid forms. Two of them. Oh! It was furniture summoning. Bunnies now. The butterflies peeled off and flew away, and beneath them furniture in shape of girls showed themselves. But I think though, at least with these two, they look different. Unlike, the stakes that are, the faces are pretty the same. The hair is just different and personalities are different. But they look alike, technically. But yeah, these two new furnitures we got, different.
シエスタの姉妹兵
CHIESTER Sister Corps.
先代様でもおいそれと呼び出せなかったペンドラゴンの記念兵をいともたやすく
So these are probably like much more stronger.
シエスタ410ここに
Oh my god, they look like they're crazy. Much more crazier.
シエスタ45ここに私にふさわしい家具なんでしょうね、あんたたちは。絵本の朗読から同伴デートに隕石撃墜まで幅広くお答えしますよ。にひひ。お答えしないと竜王様に怒られます。何卒ご命令を、大ベアトリーチェ卿。
ルドルフさん、
Rudolph son, we're gonna die.
逃げましょう。こいつらはダメだわ。
Kyrie definitely heard warning sirens going off in her head. Thanks to the same feeling that had alerted her to the ambush by the Seven Sisters of Purgatory, without hesitation they escaped. As the witch elegantly watched them leave, she commanded her new furniture.
命令よ。逃げた二人を殺して、そして死体をここへ持ち帰りなさい。そしたら生き返らせて何度も遊ぶのよ。
The witch's expression twisted into an evil smile. Even though she feared his expression, Lucifer appeared and spoke.
恐れながら先代様よりそのような残酷行為は慎むようにと。
When the witch stared at her with those terrifying eyes, Lucifer was struck dumb. She was frustrated. It was boring not being able to let her own power and cruelty run wild. This annoying furniture of the predecessor kept telling her to show restraint, bringing her irritation to a peak.
傲慢のルシファーちゃんじゃない。 お久しぶりに元気？また今度一緒に遊びましょうね。にひひひひひ。410、死後はダメです。怒られます。大ベアトリーチェ教のご命令を迅速に遂行を。にひ。お仕事の時間だに。410了解。追撃狙撃戦準備。地形データ収集。射撃用データ収集。410へデータリンク。410データ受領。標的を捕捉。地形誤差修正。射撃曲線形成。制御点補正完了。45へデータリンク。45データ受領。危険区域確認。はっ、そこはダメです。後ろ邪魔だよルシファーちゃん。バックファイアで焼けるよ。にひ。
Thanks to their paired measurements, the CHIESTER sisters were able to instantly calculate the terrain throughout the mansion and the coordinates of their targets, as well as firing curve to reach them. I was thinking like CHIESTER. But yeah, the Cheshire cat in Alice in Wonderland, Cheshire, but this one is CHIESTER. That's right, their shots could be guided to follow a curved line. None could escape. The precision guidance used by the Seven Sisters of Purgatory was nothing more than a cheap knockoff the ability these two held.
45射撃準備完了。
So the thing is, this two is very, very powerful.
弾手選定装填。
As the two of them faced each other, it was as though they were both pulling back a bowstring together. A dazzling gold arrow was ready there.
410射撃。
After giving the announcement, they released a single arrow together. As the path taken by the gold sparkling snake of light drew a curve, it followed the direction that Rudolph and Kyrie had escaped to in a rapid pursuit. It turned through the corridors, curled over the floor, chasing them as it drew a beautiful curve. No one could block the guided shots of the CHIESTER sisters. No one could escape from them, and their strength could pierce all physical and magical defenses. It was quite a merciless guided weapon of certain death. However, among mythical class soldiers, it was a weapon used by pretty much everyone. It was a very commonplace for them and very extraordinary for those of the everyday world. When he noticed something rapidly chasing them and turned around, the exact position of Rudolph's heart was pierced by the gold snake. I told you, man. It was inevitable. Even if they won against the stakes, yeah, they would still lose. It all happened in an instant. After the gold snake pierced Rudolph, it swooped down to the floor, drawing a beautiful spiral, coiled itself around Kyrie's leg, and curled out to her chest. And just like Rudolph, it pierced the exact location of her heart. And all of that happened in an instant. It pierced Rudolph and then Kyrie. So they died, dropped to their knees, and fell over at almost the exact same time.
何これ？圧倒的じゃない。バカバカしいくらいにあっさりね。私ではこういう家具が向いてるわ。 先代様の中古家具とは大違い。さあ、二人の死体をここへ。飽きるまで何度でも蘇らせて、思いつく限りの残虐な殺し方を試してやるの。はーん、魔女がこんなにも楽しいなんて。命を奪うことがこんなにも楽しいなんて。
My god. From the time humans are born, the most shunned action they can take is the murder of another human. It's only natural that humans can understand how pleasurable it can be to break this taboo. But she was no longer a human. She was a witch. And there were some pleasures that only witches could understand. By now, she had tasted those pleasures and was totally immersed in them. After learning the contents of the forbidden pot were honey, she could no longer live without them. No, maybe the contents were honey because they were forbidden. Anyway, by killing humans gruesomely and doing it over and over, she could feel the drug-like pleasure even now. As the witch rolled over laughing, the gold snake that had just been shot returned as though being reeled in. At the tips, two people were pinned and dragged along. The witch's order has been fulfilled. Rudolph and Kyrie had been killed instantly, and their corpses had been carried back.
シエスタ45、410、命令遂行を完了しました。大ベアトリーチェ教の次の命令を待ちます。どうかご命令を。赤ん坊のおもりからネトゲのお相手。スペースシャトル撃墜まで何でもお答えしますよ。にひひ。こいつらは第4の番と第5の番の生贄らしいの。だから最後には役立たずの7姉妹。ああ、もう5姉妹か。こいつらを額と胸に刺してえぐらなくちゃならない。でも、それを最後にすればいいんであって、それまでを私がどう遊ぼうと勝手よね。
待て待て待て待てい。
Okay, here comes Beato.
そなたはわらわの言っていたことをもう忘れたのか。
おや、これは先代様。何か文句でもおありですか？
あるに決まっておろうが。そなたはやりたい放題ではないか。なぜにわらわの言いつけが聞けぬのか。
やりたい放題で何の問題があるのですか、先代様。
The thing is, you cannot really control this little one here. She's too chaotic.
それに私は儀式のルールを逸脱しようなんて気持ちはこれっぽっちもありません。ちゃんとこの二人の死体は後できれいにして額と胸に杭を打ち込んでおきますから。
そういう問題ではないというに。あまりに品がなかったり残酷だったりするとだな。気を悪くする者もおるかもしれぬし。
先代様がどこかで戦っているとかいうゲームの相手ですか？どの上に聞きました？
あのおしゃべりめ。まあ正直に言うとそういうわけだ。ちょっと目に余ると講義を受けてな。
先代様にわざわざ伝言などさせず直接講義にいらっしゃればいいのに。臆病な方です。
こことは異なる世界の住人だからの。わらわを返さねばならぬのだ。まあとにかくだな。
Wait, what? Okay. Okay.
ということは、その方は私に何か干渉したくてもできない。そして私も干渉したくてもできない。
I mean, couldn't she go to the other, to the other world? To that other side?
それくらいに遠い世界の無縁な方との認識でよろしいですか？
Wait, weren't they talking to at the other side? Was it last time? But yeah, weren't they doing that?
うん。例えるなら、とても近い2本の平行線の世界とでも言おうか。とても身近な世界なのだが、平行線ゆえに2本の線が交わることは決してない。そんな世界と、とりあえずは認識してくれればよい。
交わらない。ということは、私とは関係ない世界のこと、ということです。もしその方の代弁で私に自重しろとおっしゃられてるのでしたら、その方に交互伝言をお願いします。
She's gonna be using her crazy face for sure.
あやつにか？なんと伝える？
余計なお世話だよ、消えろよ、ババア。
Ooh, I told you.
へそでも噛んで死んじゃえば。
My God.
失礼しました。先代のお友達でしょうから、多分女性だろうと想像しただけです。ババアと言っても、決して先代様のことではありませんから、どうかご容赦ください。
Now she's definitely talking about a Beato right here. Yeah, she's just saying that. When she spoke, the witch was looking straight into Beato's eyes. Anyone present would be able to tell what she meant by it. Yes.
先代様、とても不思議に思うことがあります。どうして先代様は、その別世界の方とゲームをして、魔女だと認めてもらわなければならないのですか？
But yeah, I do wonder though, what if she knew that it was Butler on the other side? Yeah, what would she do with the Butler in this side, in this world, right? If she found out, yeah, she'll probably torture him, for sure.
それはだな。すべての人間に魔女の存在を認めさせることが、完全なる支配につながるからである。
Maybe that's why even Beato is not saying who it is. Maybe because of that reasoning, right? Because yeah, this crazy one would probably torture Butler non-stop.
一人頑固者がおってな。
どうしてその人間の認可が必要なのですか？魔女が魔女であり、魔法を振るうことに、どうして人間に認められる必要があるのですか？私は魔女です。別に誰の認可がなくとも魔法が使えますが、何か？
この世界ではな。しかしだな。それをあやつが認めない以上は、なんと説明すればよいのか。
説明いりません。だって、決して交わることのない別世界の話じゃありませんか。それはつまり、ない世界も同じということです。別世界でゲームで戦っていると、先代様が妄想を語っていることと何にも変わりません。重ねて言います。私と関係ない話です。そして、私はもう魔女です。先代様は、どうやらその何者かに認めてもらえないと魔女になれないようですが、私は違います。誰に認められずとも、もう立派な魔女です。
Yeah, for this one, she doesn't care if someone believes her or not. She's just a witch. Yeah, because she's even saying it. I'm an excellent witch already.
先代ということで、あなたに形式的な敬意は捧げますが。
Well, for Beato here, what she's doing with Butler is she wants Butler to acknowledge that she is a witch, right? But for this one, for the Eva Beatrice one, she does not care. She would just do whatever she wants.
それは私の行為であって義務ではありません。もう私はあなたの助言など求めていないし、 これからどうすればいいか、どう遊べばいいか、はっきり分かってます。だから13人殺しの儀式までは、あなたへの最後の敬意だと割り切って行います。
Wait, 13 is gonna do it all? What?
しかしそのやり方や、その後のことについては、あなたに口出しされる言われは全くありません。
But yeah, she has at least the next Twilight. Let me see again. Next Twilight. Yeah, how many again? 1? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5. And then it's gonna be the 9th Twilight, or 9 and 10. So 5 more before that.
そういうことで一つ、よろしくお願いします。
At a glance, those words seems obedient, but they contain within them a clear parting of ways. She was no longer under Beato's care in any way. That's why she was clearly saying nothing more than don't get in the way of my fun. Beato understood that and was dejected, realizing that no matter how she explained it, she wouldn't be able to make the witch understand.
そうか。ならばわらわはもう知らぬぞ。魔法は敬いの気持ちなくして存在できぬことを身をもって知るがいい。
あなたがこれまでに縦横無尽に暴れてきたそれが、どう敬いがあったのか教えてほしいものです。
After hearing that, Beato could not respond, because she remembered hearing exactly the same thing from her teacher.
さ、シエスタの姉妹？先代がお帰りよ。お見送りを。にひひひひ。先代様、どうぞこの場はお引き取りを。でないと私たちが叱られます。
Throughout her body, Beato felt something unseeable from the CHIESTER sisters, which can only be described as an oppressive sensation. Most likely they were initiating firing calculations. It was an action much like taking out a gun and cocking it. Even Beato could not escape from the CHIESTER sisters' attacks without any preparation. In the past, she had placed her greatest trust in them, so she knew how terrifying they were down to her very soul.
先代様、お引き取りを。これ以上ベアトリーチェ様のご機嫌を損ねられるのはお勧めできません。
先代様。わかった。わらわはこれにて退場する。そなたがどのような顛末をたどるか、ゆっくり鑑賞させてもらおうぞ。
It was almost infinitely close to a parting shot. So after Beato vanished, the witch and her furniture doubled over laughing.
まあわかる。無限の力は楽しい。有限の極みである命を自在にもてあそぶ快楽は、味わったことのない者には説明できぬ。その快楽に取りつかれる気持ち、分かろうというものよ。
さぞや楽しかったでしょうね。かつてのあなたのはしゃぎぶりを見る限り。
あれがかつて何度も諭そうとしたお師匠様と、それに耳を貸さぬわらわの姿だというのか。
なぜあの子の行為を咎める気になったのですか？
それは
あなたにはあの子と大きな違いが一つあります。あの子はすでに魔女かもしれない。もちろんあなたも魔女です。ゲーム版の上の世界では。しかしゲーム版の外の世界で魔女だと認められるには、ゲームの対戦者であるバトラ君に認めてもらわなくてはならない。あなたはそれを理解してゲームを始めたはずです。
魔女である証拠を暴風のように見せつけ、わらわを拒否する気持ちを吹き飛ばし、屈服させればわらわを魔女と認めると思った。 前回うまくいきかけたので、もう一息だと思ったのだ。
実際は逆です。バトラ君はあなたの残忍さに呆れ果てていました。そしてゲームの対戦者として登壇したのは、あなたを対等な対戦相手だと認めたからではない。残忍な魔女の存在を一切認めないという強い敵意に基づいてです。愚かなあなたは、バトラ君が対戦者の自覚を持ってくれたことを、自分を魔女だと認めさせる第一歩のように感じていたのでしょう。でも、実際は全くの逆。バトラ君はあなたを魔女だと絶対に認めないためにあなたのゲームに挑んだのです。浅はかな北風がいくら吹きつけようと、旅人はマントをより深く着込むだけ。あなたは大きな間違いを最初から犯しているのです。このゲームはバトラ君を屈服させる拷問などではない。あなたがバトラ君に認めてもらうために努力する試練なのです。
うすうすはよ、気づいてたさ。
前回はバトラ君にとって辛いゲームでした。しかし、もう気づいたようですね。今回はあなたにとって辛いゲームです。
わらわは、これ、
あなたが自分で考えるのです。幸いにも、あなたはもうゲーム版の駒を降りて、新しき魔女に委ねました。じっくりと自らについて思案する時間があるでしょう。
バトラはもう、敵意の塊じゃねえかよ。
We're seeing this face again. I think we saw this face when she got defeated right after the closed door investigation that we did. Yeah, she's doing this face again. She's crying again, I mean.
魔女は認めない。
Or
そして
sad
わらわ
face,
も
I
認
mean.
めない。
Sad face.
それでどうやってバトラに認めてもらうんだよ。北風でダメなら、今からのこのこ太陽で照らせっていうのか？
But yeah, as I said, it's very weird to see her like this though. Being sad. Like, what happened? What happened to her?
このわらわが、今更。
今は10月。ハロウィンの季節ですね。
October, Halloween
太
season.
陽が死に、再び蘇る再生の月です。蘇ったばかりの弱々しい太陽は、冬の木枯らしに遠く及ばないでしょう。しかし、じっくりと成長し、やがては春の訪れを告げることができる。その時、旅人はマントを畳むこともあるかもしれない。
わらは間違ってるというの。
The beautiful hall of the Shirimiya mansion was covered with a golden sparkle like gold leaf. Yeah, what happened to Hideyoshi, by the way? He's just gone, he escaped, and stained deep red with a thick spurts of blood. The number of deaths given to Rudolph and Kyrie had long surpassed anything you could count on both fingers and your toes. The witch was breathing so hard her shoulders shook, but it wasn't because she was tired. She just couldn't hide her ragged breaths caused by her still uncontainable excitement.
人の生き死にを自由にすることのなんと楽しいことか。無限の魔女の力の前には私が思い描く無限のすべてが実現するわ。どんなにぐちゃぐちゃにすりつぶしてやったって。私は指を一つ鳴らすだけで元通りにして蘇らせることができる。そして最後に申し訳程度に碑文に沿った死体に戻せばいいんだからね。ねえあんたたち、
I want to make that laughter my ringtone, yeah.
ぬいぐるみのお腹を裂いたことってある？ないです。にひ ?45 は？いえ、やったことありません。申し訳ありません。
Oh my god, this character is like this. I've seen characters like this in animes, yeah. Always apologizing every single time. What do you call characters by this, like this, by the way? Like, is there, like a term for it? Like, you have other characters like, what's it called? Tsundere, right? But yeah, this is not tsundere. What I mean is, do they have a term to this type of, a character?
当然よ。普通ないわ。ましてや、お気に入りのぬいぐるみだったらなおさらよね。でもずっと思ってた。こんなにも大好きで、ふかふかのぬいぐるみの中には何が詰まってるんだろう。いつか覗いてみたいってずっと思ってたわ。
If you cut it and looked inside, your curiosity might be quelled, but the stuffed animal would be broken. So even though you want to see it, you cannot. You understand that feeling, right?
無限の魔女の力はまさにそれを叶えてくれる力なの。今の私は好きなだけぬいぐるみを裂くことができる。なのに魔法一つでそれを元通りに蘇らせることができるわ。それはつまりこの世のあらゆる制約を打ち破ったということ。今の私には躊躇することも思いとどまることも何もないの。その喜び、無限の魔女の私以外誰にもわからない。
As the witch let out a mad war cry, she revived Rudolph and Kirke again. Oh my god. And faster than they could realize it, she killed them right away. And she made it known that something other than cotton was stuffed inside those two. Oh, Hideyoshi.
予算かエヴァ。
あんたいたの。
In that gruesome hall, Hideyoshi appeared with his gun ready. The witch had sealed the mansion with a barrier, so Hideyoshi had nowhere to run. He probably picked up Rudolph or Kirie's gun and came back. The gun, which should have been something to be feared, was apparently no longer an object she took seriously, now that she was overflowing with magical power. Her bold expression didn't flinch in the slightest.
なんでローザさんやマリアちゃんやルドルフ君やキリエさんまで殺さにゃならんのや。
This would be super tragic if she killed Hideyoshi-san.
はあ？私は後宮家の当主にして六軒島の魔女よ。この島では何を起こそうと全ては自由自在。今だけの一瞬を切り取ってその生き死にを問うなど私には無意味なこと。
Hideyoshi was struck speechless by that all too callous response from the witch. He went mad after finding father's gold.
どんだけ高く積まれた黄金やったやろな。わしには想像もつかん。
What? What did it say? Okay.
お前の正気を失わせるほどのものだったんやろ。だがな、そんなにもたくさんの黄金やったなら、なして気前よく分けっこしたろって思わんかったんや。
誤解してるわ。あれは全て黄金の魔女のものよ。私以外の誰にも触れる資格はない。
お前は何や？昔聞かせてくれた少女時代の魔女だったエヴァだとでも言うんか？
そうよ。あなたの妻の後宮エヴァの胸の中にずっと住んでいた少女時代の私。 そして魔女なの。エヴァは私を忘れることによって大人になったわ。だから魔法が使えない。
誰だって子供の頃には無邪気だけれど残酷な妄想に頭を膨らませることはある。わしかて小さい頃はアリを踏んで回ったりトンボの羽をむしったりして遊んだことがあるわ。しかし命の大切さを学んでそんな残酷な幼年時代から卒業するんや。今のお前はまさに幼年時代そのものやで。エヴァが卒業したはずの人格なんや。それはエヴァやない。別の人間や。
そうよ。私、後ろ宮エヴァじゃない。黄金の魔女、ベアトリーチェだもの。楽しいわよ。何の制約もしがらみもなく、生き死にを自由にできるこの閲楽は本当に素敵。割った金魚鉢を謝らなくていい。そして、好きなだけぬいぐるみを裂いていい。私は。
Oh, there was a crisp sound. It was the sound of Hideyoshi slapping the witch's face. Okay. I thought it was the opposite. I thought the witch would hit him. Looking at the hall stained deep red with fresh blood, he should have been able to imagine how terrible the witch was. But without fear, without even hesitating, Hideyoshi had walked determinedly up to her and hit her on the cheek.
アホ！三角ぶるなや。ほんまは臆病者の弱虫のくせに、わしがまた更生させたるわ。このしょわるが。このアホ！アホ！
痛い、ちょっと！
命の大切さとか、儚さとか、そういうのがわかる女やったのだ。わしが思い出させたる。
The thing is, even though, yeah, this is, as he said, a completely different person, right? Human. This is his wife's younger self, so that's why he doesn't want to see her doing this still, even though it is a different person, right? But yeah, this is very, scary, not scary, but yeah, who knows what Eva Beatrice might do afterwards, right?
何が魔女や！アホ抜かせ！お前はわしの女房の後ろ宮エヴァや！冷蔵庫の残り物でちょいちょいと気の利いたつまみを作れる台所の魔女が先の山や！
Witch of the kitchen.
目を覚まさんかい！このアホんじゃらが！
だから、後ろ宮エヴァじゃないって言ってるでしょうか！
アホ抜かせ！この
His emotions, yeah, are just running rampant this time. As the tears dripped down his face, Hideyoshi kept hitting the witch's head. He wasn't even pointing the gun at her anymore. Therefore, that sound of gunfire couldn't have come from the gun Hideyoshi was holding. Was someone shot? The gun, which had fallen in the corner near Rudolph's corpse, was floating in the air, and smoke lingered near the barrel. Oh no. Hideyoshi got shot here, and the bullet? A red stain was slowly spreading across the chest section of Hideyoshi's vest. Even though his back was facing the barrel of the gun, the bullet had driven through Hideyoshi's chest.
だから、私はエヴァじゃないと言ってるのに。バカでうざい男ね。あんたしつこいから、第6の番の生贄に変更してあげるわ。
Oh yeah, the sixth chest.
どこかのベッドの下に隠れて震えてでもいたなら見逃してやるつもりだったのに。わざわざ戻ってきて。本当にバカな男だわ。
Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I forgot. No, I forgot. No, because I was thinking about Rudolph and Kyrie, and I was like, oh yeah, we still have like 5 more people that will die, right? But yeah, we already had the second Twilight with Maria and Rosa. I forgot about that. So yeah, 4th and 5th, Rudolph and Kyrie. Now 6 is Hideyoshi. So we still got, 3 more, or no, 2 more at least. There was a dull sound as Hideyoshi fell to the floor. Even though the death would have allowed him to escape from the pain, he resisted until the last second, and staring straight into the witch's eye, he passed away. So it's still sad for Hideyoshi, because he loves his wife, and this is not his wife, of course, but it's his wife's younger self, so he still sees her wife there, right? Because the face is similar. And then, he died. Because he had died without closing his eyes, the witch didn't realize that he was dead for a short while, and remained pinned by that gaze.
こいつも新しいおもちゃにして遊びますにひ
At those words, the witch finally realized that Hideyoshi was dead.
あ、そうね。どうしようかしら。
I mean, you can see that she's a little bit affected, I guess, right? Just a little bit. The CHIESTER sisters waited for instructions. On the inside, they imagined the sorts of even more brutal orders their master might give. But the expression that rose to the witch's face looked as though she'd gotten over her excitement. She looked down at Hideyoshi's face, which still had tears dripping down it.
この男のせいですっかり興ざめだわ。もうやめた。ラノウェイ、いる？
はい、ここに。
後片付けをお願い。先代様もうるさいしね。あのババアが納得する程度に綺麗にしておいてちょうだい。一応、先代様への義理で儀式のルールには従うわ。
So she's calling the predecessor sama Baba now, old hag.
この3人の死体を第4の番から第6の番ってことでお願いね。ルシファー、出番よ。
傲慢のルシファー、ここに。
その3人の死体、ほじくってえぐっといて。
Gouged them?
死体をですか？
What do you mean gouged them?
そうよ。何か不満？
いえ。
The Seven Sisters of Purgatory had their own sort of pride. It was the pride of a hunter, the pride of gouging a prey that had been brought down themselves. However, being told to gouge a corpse that someone else had brought down ran contrary to that sentiment. Of course, the witch didn't mean it that way, but for the Seven Sisters, it was horribly humiliating. However, they had already screwed this up with the 2 of the sisters defeated, so they had no right to question her. Only Ronove appreciated this, and he rested his hand on her shoulder in understanding.
ベアトリーチェ様のご命令ですよ。ルシファーは3人を選び、儀式の作法に従い処理をするように。あと、できましたら私のお片付けにも手を貸してください。
かしこまりました。
The witch looked down upon Hideyoshi's corpse, as though implying that the delicate atmosphere was all Hideyoshi's fault.
バカな男ね。死なずに済んだのに。あなた！あなた、どこ？いるわよね。返事をして！
The crash of a thunderbolt woke Ava from her nightmare. If Hideyoshi had been gripping her hand at the time, her fearful heart would probably have been instantly healed. However, Hideyoshi, who had supposedly sworn that he wouldn't leave even for a moment, was nowhere to be seen in the room.
返事をして！
It is over. It's very sad. I wonder what's gonna happen with Ava here. Ava's probably gonna be surviving up until the end in this game, or in this episode, I mean, right? And then she's gonna confront this, I guess, other Ava Beatrice. But yeah, kind of sad for Hideyoshi there. He didn't even fire a shot, right? I mean, he was just slapping her because he couldn't handle it anymore. Seeing Ava, yes, even though the younger self, doing that, he didn't want to see that anymore, and he was even crying while doing it, right? And then yeah, he fell. Kyrie and Rudolph, such a nice way to go for both of them. They fought until the end, but they lost because of the new furniture we got today, the CHIESTER sisters. These two are gonna be, I guess, massive new enemies we have for this game. But yeah, I do appreciate that someone actually fought back this time, and at least they won even for a bit. I mean, Kanon and Shannon, Genji were a little bit fighting last episode and then this episode as well. But they're different. They're furnitures, right? But this one, Rudolph, Kyrie, both of them just humans. They actually fought and they won. At least round 1. Even though it was not like an honorably way of winning, they still won. So that's good. So anyways, we are gonna continue this and do more of Umineko When They Cry episode 3 in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.